Greetings everyone, my name is A and today is a very important session that I'm going to be taking, and that is on porn and masturbation, which affects many teenagers. And if this problem isn't cured quickly, it can even go up to your adulthood, and that is the worst thing that can happen with you. And because I have faced this problem personally and I overcame it in 1 or 2 years, I'm going to show you the ways how I overcame it. It's this is going to be a quick PPT, so let's begin with the PPT. Yeah, so this is the PPT. So porn, so yeah, let's talk about it. It's first porn, then we'll talk about its effects, then we'll talk about masturbation, then we'll talk about its effect, then we'll talk about steps to eliminate them. Okay, let's begin with it. So let's start. So porn, so what is porn? Pornography is the depiction of sexual behavior that is intended to arouse sexual excitement in its audience. What does that mean? It's just, I don't need to explain it to you, you already know what that means. So my main work will be here to tell you the steps to eliminate the last slide. Okay, that will be the main work, you know the rest. So let's talk about its effect that you don't know. Objectification, obsessive fetishes over body parts and rating of women by size and shape. We tend to rate women on how size and shape, you get the point, on what we rate women, on the sizes of dash and dash. Yeah, moving on. Trophism, treatment of women as collectible and property. Because this, I have seen a lot of porn in my early days when I was a teenager. So this is something that I also felt, and that after years of correction I've understood it, that this is not good. What happens is, what happens is, when we look at those videos, that is not real life. That is not reality. That is not even what women like. I've dated women, I've dated a lot of girls, so I know what I'm talking about. So that is not what girls like. And if you like start with it, if she's completely stranger, if she does not know you, and you just start with all of the things you see in those videos, you might get in a lot of trouble, because those things do offend people nowadays. Let me see, am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. So then there is fear of intimacy. When this habit continues for a long period of time, what happens? Men start fearing intimacy. We then just like to see intimate things on our phone screens and tablets. That should not happen. You just need, whenever you start thinking about all of this thing, I'll tell you ways to combat it in the end of the video. When you start feeling these kinds of things, you just need to understand that these are just pixels on my screen. This is not the reality. It might have been filmed, but it is not the reality, and this is definitely not what is going to happen with me. It is not fun if you look at it like women do, like from the perspective of a woman, it's not ideal, to be honest. Yeah, so moving on these things. So moving on to the next point. Masturbation. Excessive masturbation can, see, you know what is masturbation. If you don't know, then you shouldn't you should not probably see this video, right? You should click off from it. But you know what masturbation is, and yourself, this is a form of pleasuring yourself, and this is a false pleasure for the body. What happens is, when you masturbate, let me see, am I recording? Yeah, I am recording. So what happens when you masturbate? You tell your body that, yes, I am completing the mission I was born. An organism starts living, as one of its main objectives is to reproduce, to continue the species. That's how species survive. So when you falsely pleasure yourself, you send a false alarm to your brain that you have completed the mission. Just understand one thing. Whenever you're given a mission, whenever there's a big mission for your life, for example, let's say the final exam of 9th 10th grade, yeah, you just give those exams, any final exams of your any class, it might be 5th 6th 7th 8th, you just give those exams. Yeah, after giving those exams, what happens? Think about it. You relax, because you have completed a big objective. You let go. You become lazy. You just lie. You just play video games all day, or you go out with your friends. You watch movies all day. Whatever suits you, you do that. You are on social media all day, right? And when you falsely pleasure yourself, this signals your brain that, oh my god, this guy has completed one of his main mission in life. Yeah. So what happens? Laziness follows. You just relax. You just sleep. Let's see, what can excessive masturbation lead to. Excessive, the word is excessive. I'm not promoting any I don't want to give you any false information, but excessive masturbation can lead to all of these things, that is erectile dysfunction, in which your PP does not stand. That's very sad if that happens to anybody. Then there is low libido. You will know about it. You can go ahead and search what low libido means. Premature ejaculation. How can I explain it? I cannot. Post orgasmic illness syndrome. So although I was, when I was researching about it, many of the things that I've written in this PPT are from my own personal experiences and the experiences I've seen with my friends. But this orgasmic illness syndrome, this is a very scientific term, but it does happen sometimes when you are not very well, you are not completely in a healthy position, and you masturbate. That has happened to me. I can remember instances that when that has happened to me, I masturbate and I have severe headache. I get fever. I become ill. So this is what POIS is, a less popular condition where men can become ill after ejaculating. This happens. Although I was researching for it, and because this is a scientific term, I initially was a bit skeptical that has it happened to me. But when I now think of it, that has happened to me, and it has happened to me quite a lot. So it is not that what do you say, that rare. It happens to me. It happens to people. And depression and distraction is one of the main thing. After masturbation, you get depressed, because now after years of masturbation, your brain knows that it's just a false alarm. You're not getting any woman, or you're not completing any objective. It knows that you're failing. So what happens? You become depressed, you become sad, you become distracted. And one of the things is, masturbation may or may not increase your distraction. For some people it does increase their distraction, but for some people it makes them a bit more focused. So it's purely debatable. But let's take distraction for a second, and there are etc effects that I will discuss in the later part of the video. So let's see about its effect. What effects? This was the thing that I was talking about a bit earlier. Its effects are major, and that too on your brain, and that too on your whole spectrum of life. It does not only affect you. You please don't think that by masturbating alone in a room or quietly or without anybody knowing, you're not affecting others. You are actually affecting others. Let me tell you how. After masturbating, you will face low confidence. You won't be confident, and you won't have enough self-esteem to approach a woman, talk to a girl. You won't have that. Okay. It's very hard for some men. And you will see these type of men in your class. When a woman steps close to them, they just startle. Yeah. And this happens to a lot of young boys. So leaving masturbation will improve your life by a lot. If you're addicted to it, I'll tell you how to leave it. And believe me, if you follow this is not going to be simple. I'm not going to tell you anything that is not true. This is not going to be simple. This is going to be hard. You will fail, definitely, and you will fail a lot of times. Me myself, when I was trying to leave this habit 2-3 years, I failed like 60 to maybe 80 times. And that is when I was trying to control this urge of masturbation. Let me just accept and be honest with you. This is a difficult process to come out of, and many people do not want to talk about it. Many people do not want to come out of it. They just think that if I masturbate just 2 weeks or someday, it is just fine. It does not matter. It matters. It does not matter. It does not matter to your your friends. Yeah, it definitely does not matter, because they don't care about you. It matters to your soul. It matters to your heart. It matters to the person whose creation are you. Your parents, your family. It does matter to them. You understand it? Because if you'll face low confidence, you will have problem in communicating with women. You'll be lazy. You'll have mental fatigue. You don't know what to do with your life. Then you will be confused. I can do this. Oh, let me do nothing. This is what is going to happen, and this will distract you from your actual work. Brain fog is one of the things that I faced a lot, and I hate it. But brain fog is one of the things, and mental block is also one of the things, right? The mental block, you don't know, like when you're trying to solve something, when you try to come up with something creative, you will not be able to come up with something creative. You won't be able to think properly. Erectile dysfunction, I've already listed that earlier, and anger issues. Don't you think after masturbating you just become tired, you just become angry? It happens because I've journaled about it. Whenever you see, take this advice from me, I'll tell you very calmly. Whenever you feel any special emotion that is not the everyday emotion, like anger, you feel love, you feel affection, you like somebody, go ahead and journal that in your book. I'm talking to men specifically, because we don't journal. We take this thing as a very feminine activity, or a thing, or some things that only little girls do. This is not it. Journaling, let me tell you why you need to journal. Journaling helps you to see what you're thinking. Let me repeat it. Journaling helps you to see what you're thinking. You first write it. Hi dear diary, today was this that I met this girl, she held my hand and stuff like that. I felt happy, I felt calm in holding her hand. I felt that I accomplished something when I held her hand. You write about it and then you kind of read it again, because when you write such things and you come back to it after 2 days, after 3 days, you feel, wow, I felt that emotion. That's amazing. And I have like I initially started with one small diary. You can call it diary or a notebook. Now there are 3 to 4 diaries and I just stuck them together. So when you journal, you can look back at your emotions, how you felt for a person initially. That might be your girlfriend, that might be your boyfriend. Yeah. Coming on, anger issues and stress. After masturbating, the stress skyrockets. Believe me, before masturbating, sometimes my life was going okay, and after masturbating, I felt depressed. I felt that there is a lot of stress in my life. I need to complete this, that, and everything was just pounding on me. And because of that, I became angry. And then there is personal clarity, where when you just clearly see everything, and how stupid and how low achiever you are. That happens. Boys will relate to it. And then comes mental block and brain fog. But why do we do this? Just try to think why. Why are we doing this? Because it's easily available? Is it just because I cannot control myself? I cannot control who I am or what I want to do? Becoming a man is a journey in which a boy does not control what he wants. A boy just takes everything that he likes if he can take it. But when you become a man, you just think about things. I can't take this thing, but do I want to take this thing? Or why do I wish to do this, that? You think when you become a man. Moving on to the next thing. This is the most interesting part, and thank you for waiting if you have listened to all of my conversation that I tried having with you. So this is how to overcome this. Steps to eliminate. Download this app, MDF. This is Men Don't Fap, and this is a very good app in which when you start tracking when you have masturbated. Okay, this might sound a bit weird and a bit cringe, but don't worry. 5 lakh plus people have downloaded it, and look at the rating. Let me tell you my experience about this app. There is this panic button in this app when you feel an urge to masturbate, or you want to watch porn, you want to do something erotic, you want to do something that turns you on. You go and hit the panic button, and when you just click it, it shows you some magical text. Those are some magical text that you see, and you don't want to masturbate. And this happened, and this will prevent you a lot of time, right? Prevent you from masturbating a lot of time. And why do you want to prevent yourself from masturbating is the first question. Because men don't fap. Okay, we think fapping is not something that winners do. Fapping is not something that, oh my god, I'm a successful person, I fap a lot. You're not successful. Fapping is not a good activity, and masturbating is only for losers. Let me be really clear. If you would have a beautiful girl, if you're straight obviously, or a beautiful boy, a beautiful man with you, would you masturbate? Or would you make love to that woman? Yeah, just think about it. I'm not asking you to do something stupid or make love with somebody. I'm not asking all of this. I'm just saying, you won't masturbate if you had somebody good in your life. If your life was going great. You just don't, when you're on a trip or when you're enjoying your life, you don't just think for a moment, oh wait, let me masturbate. Everything is going great, let me just masturbate. No, you don't. Come on. Your life sucks. That's the reality. Your life sucks. That's why you masturbate. So instead of masturbating to escape your pain, struggle and things, or your sexual traumas, take the traumas, take the pain like a man. And I'm asking you to be a man. Becoming a man is not very difficult, and it's not very easy. It's the things you do. If something tough happens with your life, bring it on. Roger that. Yes, sir. I'll go through it. That is what a man says. If you fail, no problem. I failed. I'll try again. I'll fall down 8 times and I'll rise up 9 times. Say that to yourself. And let me tell you, I failed 70 to 80 times. I don't know. I don't count the days. But this what happens when you fab? You just say I fabbed, and it's like, okay, it resets you. It shows you video. It promotes some good content that you need to watch. That will help you come out of it, and it will tell you about the no-fap journey. Join the no-fap club. Come on, there are a lot of people who have changed their life by not fapping, right? And I remember I uninstalled this app when I went to day 150. That is, I added up 5 months. Yeah, that is about 5 months. And when this thing happens, you'll automatically uninstall it because it will be irrelevant. It will be irrelevant to you. Yeah, and after 150 days, like 5 months, I didn't masturbate. I just uninstalled it. I knew I overcame my addiction. There is a period that is just 1.5 weeks after you haven't masturbated. You feel surge of energy, something magical, but you don't get easily turned on. You see girls as humans. What do humans do? They have specific personality, they have specific traits. You see them. You just don't see their sexual organs, or you just don't see them sexually. You just see them as they are. And because porn makes you think, wow, girls are just for sex, they are not. They are not. They are also human. Sometimes it feels a bit stupid to talk about stuff like this too. Girls are human. Treat them like one. Treat them like you would treat a boy. don't don't misinterpret what I said. Treat them as your friend, irrespective of the gender, and you'll have it easy. So okay, I give you 2 pills. One is the blue pill. You can keep on masturbating as long as you want. You can end up like you can end up being fat, depressed, masturbating in your room, playing video games all day, having no one who loves you, eating pizzas all day, maybe, if that's what suits you, and being depressed. Or I offer you this red pill. This red pill will tell you stuff that you don't like. It will shout on you. It will say, hey, you are a loser, you are quitting. But you will not always be a loser if you keep on trying. With this red pill, you'll quit masturbation. You'll start going on a journey to become a real man, and a good one. You'll start giving the women in your life a good time. They'll feel happy when they stay with you, or whoever your partner is. They'll feel very happy that they are with you. You'll accept them and their bodies as they are. You'll be happy. You'll be loved. You'll have everything. But there's a huge but, that you have to go through trials and tribulation and pain and suffering, and nobody is filtering it out. You will cry. You will feel very depressed on the journey to the red pill. But the red pill will secure one thing, that is you being a good man and you being a good partner. So if you decided to take the blue pill, click off the video. Thankfully, just click off the video. And I'm very grateful if you chose the blue pill, because you know what you want to do with your life and you own it. If you can own it, I want to be fat, depressed, and masturbate all day. If you own it and that is what I want, and I'll deal with the consequences, I have nothing on you. I respect you more, because you're pretty ballsy. You just owned something that is dark. But if you're like me, who took the red pill, this guy will help you. I'm actually promoting him because this guy helped me. His name is Hamza Ahmed, and he owns a YouTube channel. Because if you just watch through this 30-40 minutes video, it's just one video, but you need to change your mindset, and mindset does not change in a day. If you watch his videos are fairly entertaining, and this man will guide you better than I can guide you, because he is elder than me, and he has been in a worse position than I have been, and he has rose up from that depressing place to become a really good man and a great leader. So go ahead, look. I don't support all of the red pill channels out there, but I do support this guy, because he has changed some parts of my life for good, and he has provided me with one thing that is very good, that is perspective on life. So I hope you go and look out for this guy, and let me come to more steps of elimination. This is the material that I prepared for you guys. So I'm going to read it, and I'm going to explain it where it is necessary. Quit masturbation and spend time on journaling. But when you encounter any problem that takes away your mental peace, write about it and contemplate on it. View it as plainly as you can. Use a daily soap technique. Okay, so use a daily soap technique. So whenever something takes away your mental peace, maybe it is masturbation, maybe it is your urge to masturbate, just look at it plainly. Use the daily soap technique. The daily soap technique is what? Imagine your situation to be an episode of a daily soap, and you detach yourself from your name and stuff, and just view that the main protagonist of that daily soap is a person who is exactly like you, but is named something different. Yeah, the main protagonist is not you, but your idol, the toughest man. What I initially wrote that, let's say you are in a situation where a girl disrespected you. Okay, let's say that, and you don't like that girl. So what I want you to say, what I want you to do in this is to apply the daily soap technique. Just think that in a daily soap, this one girl disrespected this main protagonist. Yeah, simple. But that main protagonist is not you. It is the toughest man you know. For example, the best man in your life. It might be your dad. It might be Marcus Aurelius if you have read the Meditation. It might be any famous person who is really, really good. Let's say it's Marcus Aurelius. Now, how would Marcus turn the situation around so his character improves and he practices his learning? So Marcus Aurelius, being a great philosopher, in my perspective, he would just treat what the woman has disrespected him plainly, as Stoics do, and contemplate on why she did that and what she said. Maybe she said that you are fat, Marcus Aurelius would look at himself and say, yes, I kind of am overweight, so I should work out more. And he would thank the lady that she noticed some of his flaws and told him that he didn't notice, right? And this would improve his character. Unlike you in that moment might turn to that woman and say, hey, what are you talking? How can you say that I am fat when you yourself are fat? Marcus Aurelius won't do that. He won't disrespect a critic. He would respect a critic because they tried to improve you, right? And Marcus wins in the end. In the second situation, Marcus wins in the end because he owns it up. Yes, I am overweight. I'll work hard, and he works hard and he reduces his weight, and he is not overweight. This is one example, and in the end, wins in the end. Or if winning and losing is not in his frame of control, what is the best possible action he would take? Now, for some example, you have a test and you are not prepared for it. Let's put Marcus, the winner, in that position. Marcus is not prepared for this test, and his test is going to take place 2 days from now. So the final output of the thing, what kind of paper will come, will he be able to complete the paper or write the paper or know the answers to the question asked, is not in his control. So what would Marcus do? He would prepare as in the best possible spirit that he can prepare. He'll prepare in a good spirit. He'll keep his spirit high. He'll work really hard in the last 2 days, and he would accept whatever comes out of the outcome without getting emotional about it. This is what Stoics do. You try to do the best you can do in a situation. So it is important to call people by different name and so on. What that means is to separate yourself from your situation. So whatever person is there in your situation, you can either call yourself. If you're acting very wisely in that situation, what could A do so he wins over the situation? Or you could ask some of your idol. If you don't have an idol, try to get somebody who becomes your idol, or your didi bhaiya who you look up to. Put them in the situation and try to think, how would my father respond to the situation if he was given this opportunity, and how would he win? And in the end, if you have nobody, just think that it is just a daily soap. The main protagonist wins in the end. How would he do it? So have a notebook. Let's quickly read through the points. Have a notebook or a small book in which you number your blessings or gratitude journal. I personally use Notion for this. Notion is an app in which I write whatever I'm grateful for, and I number it. So like 150 to 100 plus I've written the things I'm grateful for. For example, let's say I'm grateful for this table clock that I'm holding in my hand because it tells me the time, and it helps me to be more productive. It helps me to wake up on time. Why am I grateful for this table that I'm working on? Because this table supports everything and it helps me work. I'm just grateful for it. Yeah. Get into weightlifting. Men improve the best when they put their body into challenges. Quit masturbation for the right reasons, and lifting for the right reason is important. Masturbation, you have to leave for the right reason. You're not leaving masturbation because you want to get women. That could be a reason, but no. Like, masturbation is a way of a coward. A coward would masturbate. A person who is afraid to take on to his life problem would masturbate. And a person who wants to quit or run away from his problem would masturbate. That's why you need to, because you are not that person. You are the person who, when the problem comes, you attack that problem. If you are that person, you shall not masturbate. Any type of porn or nudity, this is an important point. Any type of porn and nudity is bad, and losing is a repeating part of this process. Most important, thinking about porn or fantasizing is mental masturbation. When you start thinking that you will have sexual intercourse or you will do something erotic to that girl or this girl, is the most dangerous thing, and the thing that you need to escape. Having a hard on in the morning and being able to reproduce, have sperm, is a privilege. Don't waste it. Don't waste it, because not having erectile dysfunction is a privilege, and being able to reproduce is a privilege. Many men are not able to reproduce, and they are depressed because they are not able to reproduce. Be happy that you can reproduce, and don't waste your 8 to 9 years in this. Eventually you will have to quit. Eventually, if you don't waste this time, eventually you will have to quit masturbation, because life will give you some problems in which you will have to own it up like a man. And in that position, you will not masturbate like a coward. Contemplate on why you want to do it, and why do you have an urge for this? Is this simply is this because you want to reproduce, or you cannot control yourself? Why do you want to masturbate? Is this just because you are having some urge, or is this just because you want to masturbate? So this is what Marcus Aurelius did when he had these urges, and this is from where you need to how you can control yourself. Yeah, simply a dash technique. So Marcus Aurelius used simply a dash technique. What is simply a dash technique? When you encounter a thought which makes you uncomfortable or tries to break your nofap streak, simply view it as follows: sex with XYZ person is simply an activity. Use simply a activity and describe them in the most unromantic way possible. Simply an activity in which I rub my body parts with her, which ends in expulsion of bodily fluid, which is gross to see. I've just described sexual intercourse to you. which is gross to see how unattractive and unerotic things become. You get it? So night falls are not considered as masturbation, as it's what your body does naturally. By not masturbating and being a mindless monkey who cannot stop to who can't stop to pleasure himself, you will encounter a woman or a man through whom you can see without thinking of love making or seeing them sexually. So this is very important for people, because this is what happens for your, yeah, relationship. So, yeah, I remember vividly being attracted to girls whom I personally liked, whose personality I liked, without seeing them as accept. This is what happened with me, guys. When I left fapping, it's about 2-3 years or more than that, maybe. When I left doing this, I started viewing girls in a very affectionate manner, not just because of sex or because of I'm attracted to their bodies, not like that, of their character. Character is the main thing here. I loved what some of them did with their time, how they responded to many things, many activities, many problems in their life. I could see through them. This is the biggest thing. I could see through them. And when you start seeing through their souls, you start discovering a very, very powerful ability, or we can say a very powerful power, in which you cannot be seduced or you cannot be distracted by what is happening on outside, right? So this is very important for you. And also being swayed away from girls I earlier found attractive, but once I looked at them plainly as they were, I saw they brought nothing to the table. This is very important. Some of the girls there were whom I was attracted to initially, like, wow, this girl looks so beautiful, this girl is very hot, yeah. But after this, I found that this girl might look a bit hot, but she is just a bully. She does not treat other women right. She does not treat other men right or other boys correctly. She does not help people who she can help. And in the end, even if she has one good point, that is her beauty, she has a lot of negatives. So you'll be able to see through girls like this. And with this, the girlfriend you make, no matter how their body is shaped, you will learn to love them and accept them. Often what you see in porn is not ideal body type. That is a type that majority of women have. This is what I wrote, because if you keep watching porn for like 3-5 years, eventually you will make a girlfriend. No matter how you look, who you are, you will have an opportunity in which you'll make a girl either your friend or girlfriend. And after that, if your state of comparison, if you compare every girl with the actress you saw in porn, you will never find the right girl, because a lot of women out there don't have the perfect body. They have insecurities about their bodies. They are not perfect. They're not completely flawless. And what you see in porn or on social media, these are those girls who spend a lot of money on their looks. They go to spas, they treat them with very expensive products, and every girl does not has the means to do this. But that does not mean that every girl out there who loves you, who stays with you, who helps you out in your life, is not better than that one model that you saw. That model might look very good, very well, she might be very hot, but she does not have the character and the qualities that you need in a girl to survive. The girl that you see in your daily life, that is very supportive of you, that helps you, that increases your productivity, she, in my words, in my thinking, will be a really better partner for you. If you talk about long term. If you just talk about short term, you just want to date her, you just want to look masculine, hey, I have this beautiful girlfriend that you cannot. I do think you're on a wrong path, because you just treat your girlfriend as a showpiece. See, I have this girlfriend, and you don't. Okay, coming on to the next one. Does that mean that women who loves you and simply is ready to be your other half shouldn't be there because she doesn't look like that one porn star you used to watch? Think for yourself. And in world where there are where there are more males than females, it should be you who make the choice on which woman you want to date. So this is one of the most important point that I've learned in my journey. When you become a man of character is my word, that is something that I made up. A man of character is a man who has left this virtual porn and pleasuring himself with virtual women out there, and he sees the reality, he contemplates, he sees the truth. A philosopher, for God's sake. You're a philosopher, you think, you contemplate, and you've left this world of porn and you've overcame it. You've left masturbation, and now it's you who other women want. It's you who other women want to be with, because look at you. You are not on any social media. You have left social media because all you see is hot women that whose photos have been edited, who spend a lot on their looks, and you don't want the woman that comes in your life, that changes your life for the better. You don't want to treat her in a bad way. You don't want to treat her in a way that makes her feel like she's not enough. She's enough because she suits you. But if you think you want a really beautiful woman with no character, nothing that suits you, you're on the wrong path, because a woman like that will just mess up your life. So think about it. In this world where there are many men who just want to go for that one woman, you'll be the man for whom all the women want to go for. Even if you're not an ideal body shape, but you have a beautiful mind, a beautiful perspective on reality, and a beautiful way of living your life. You'll start loving yourself for the better, and And in the end, you will overcome the need to present yourself in front of a woman as an option. You'll not, you'll upgrade, you'll elevate yourself. You won't be just another option for a woman out there. A really hot girl would just see you as an option. Hey, I have this guy too, he's a bit ugly, he's not that tall enough. You won't be that. On the other hand, you will be the guy who's saying, okay, I have 3 women who want to be with me. This woman has this quality, this woman has this quality, this woman has this quality. If I want to date, who will I date? You will be that guy. In my perspective, being just an option for a girl and being very replaceable is worst, but being a guy who chooses between the right woman for him is a better opportunity, is a better place for you to be in. Just think about it, man. How many girls go for one single guy? Very less. Very few women go for that one single guy. You have to become that one single guy. This is not just a simple crash course. I'm telling you, this is my 3 years of life that I fought to become this guy who other women want to go with. Be this guy. Upgrade yourself. Be better. Challenging yourself for the better. Do that. And in the end, and you will start to respect yourself more because you don't numb your mind by seeing some pixels in your phone or computer device. Whatever porn you see is nothing but pixels on your phone slash computer device. This is the reality. So choose between the red pill or the blue pill. Red pill takes you through the path of resistance that will end in a person who is respected by the women, who is respected by other men because he chose the hard path, who is wanted by many women at once. Or choose the blue pill and become a monkey who just pleasures himself until he is not able to pleasure himself anymore. He's fat, overweight, nobody likes him, his life is shit, and he cannot get better. He just idolizes other women, other men, and in the end, he sees himself as a failure. The choice is in front of you, the red pill or the blue pill. Tell me what it is. And these were the apps I've told you about, MDF, and I've told you about Hamza. Go follow that guy. He'll guide you from here. Thank you for watching. And you'll have this PPT in the file section. You'll have this PPT there, or if you're not on the file section, we'll put Telegram link down there or in the things there. We'll upload all of the extra content there, so please join there. We'll put a Telegram link. Thank you for watching. This was I just wanted to tell you that if you're watching this course, I'm extremely thankful and grateful that you've took this step to change your life for better, and that in my case, in my perspective, you are a winner. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.